สวัสดีคุณผู้ชมทุกท่านทาง True Vision นะคะวันนี้รายการห้องขายตั๋วของเราค่ะเปลี่ยนบรรยากาศจากไม่ว่าจะเป็นที่โรงภาพยนตร์หรือว่าในสตูดิโอนะคะมาอยู่ที่รบปุงีฮิลส์กรุงโตเกียวประเทศญี่ปุ่นนั่นเองค่ะเพื่อร่วมงานพรมแดงภาพยนตร์เรื่อง Star Wars The Last Jedi นะคะวันนี้จะมีหลายๆคนมาเดินพรมแดงนะคะไม่ว่าจะเป็นลูค สกายวอล์กเกอร์นะคะหรือว่ามาร์ค ฮามิลแล้วก็ไคโรเลนนะคะหรือว่าอดัม ไดรเวอร์และผู้กำกับด้วยค่ะไรอัน จอห์นสันจะมาเดินพรมแดงข้างหลังเอ็มเลยยังไงติดตามได้เลยค่ะตอนนี้นะคะเอ็มก็พร้อมมากๆแล้วค่ะและในมือของเอ็มอุปกรณ์ก็พร้อมเช่นกันนะคะเพราะว่าตัวนี้ก็คือ Sony Xperia XZ Premium นะคะจาก Sony Thailand แล้วก็ Osmo Mobile ตัวนี้คู่ใจของเรานะคะจาก DJI Phantom Thailand ค่ะยังไงเดี๋ยวเอ็มจะเก็บภาพสวยๆมาฝากกันค่ะ Hello Mark, can you shout out to the Thai fans to come see the film?
Hi Thai fans!
Yay!
I wish I could come there and visit you. I only went to Thailand once on the way from London to Australia. We stopped at the airport and I bought everybody I knew Thailand t-shirts. But I never left the airport, so I didn't
Thank you,
really...
please visit us. Thank you, Mark. How much fun ตื่นเต้นมากๆเลยค่ะเพราะว่าไม่รู้ว่าได้สัมภาษณ์มาร์ค ฮามิลหรือเปล่าแต่เมื่อกี้มีโอกาสค่ะเขามาหยุดตรงหน้าเลยได้สัมภาษณ์ลูค สกายวอล์กเกอร์ตัวเป็นแล้วเขาเคยมาเมืองไทยด้วยนะคะแต่ว่าหยุดอยู่แค่สนามบินยังไงก็รอติดตามว่าเขาจะได้มาเที่ยวเมืองไทยเมื่อไหร่ค่ะ Can you shout out to the Thai fans? We have so many Thai fans in Thailand.
Well, hello to the Thai fans. I hope you really have a great time at The Last Jedi.
Thank you very much, Catherine. Hello, Ryan. I'm from Thailand. Can you say shout out to the Thai fans to come out to see the film, please?
Hi, all the Star Wars fans in Thailand. I hope you come see The Last Jedi. I hope you love it.
Thank you very much, Ryan. และนี่ก็เป็นภาพบรรยากาศงานที่รอบปุงีฮิลส์ที่นี่นะคะกรุงโตเกียวประเทศญี่ปุ่นของภาพยนตร์เรื่อง Star Wars The Last Jedi ค่ะแต่ด้วยความที่เวลามันน้อยมากๆนะคะแล้วก็นักข่าวต่างประเทศคือเยอะมากๆเราก็เลยได้แค่ชาวเอาท์นะคะจากมาร์ค ฮามิลผู้กำกับและโปรดิวเซอร์ของภาพยนตร์เรื่องนี้ค่ะยังไงช่วงหน้ามีเอ็กซ์คลูซีฟมากๆเพราะว่าจะมีบทสัมภาษณ์แบบ one on one เลยมีทั้งอดัม ไดรเวอร์นะคะมาร์ค ฮามิลและไรอัน จอห์นสันด้วยค่ะแต่ว่าตอนนี้นะคะต้องขอบคุณอุปกรณ์ของเราก่อนค่ะ Sony Xperia XZ Premium ค่ะจาก Sony Thailand และ Osmo Mobile จาก DJI by Phantom Thailand ค่ะและที่ขาดไม่ได้ก็คือชุดเท่ๆสีแดงตัวนี้นะคะจาก PRF Bangkok ทักระวงค่ะ
Please sit down. I'd stand up to greet you, but I'm exhausted.
It's okay.
Where are you from?
I'm from Thailand.
Okay.
สวัสดีค่ะ
Sodiha.
I'm Aim from Box Office from True Visions from Thailand.
Okay.
First of all, Mark, may the force be with you.
And with you.
And thank you. Welcome back. How do you feel after 30 years of like...
But lo and behold, there's a whole new generation of Star Wars movies with a great young cast, and I'm sort of now the representative of the original trilogy, but it's not my story anymore. It's Rey's story.
Back in 1977, when you took the role, you ever think that Luke Skywalker will become such a legend?
Of course not. I thought it was a fun film. It made me laugh. I said, I never read anything like this before because it had a sense of humor and whimsy that science fiction is usually much more serious, you know, and I thought if this doesn't really become a big hit, it'll be one of those cult movies that they show at midnight screenings like Rocky Horror Picture Show. But I certainly never in a million years thought it would endure as long as it has.
What about the Star Wars movie? Do you think it's going to be like a long history until 2017?
Well, first of all, like I said, beginning, middle, and then you move on and you do whatever you do. I did Broadway, I did animation and television and other movies, but and I thought at some point it'll fade from memory. There'll be a certain group that still have fond memories of it, but there's always something new that comes along that grabs the attention. And it never went away.
Exactly.
Never went away. Yeah. And so, and then the original fans grow up, they have children of their own, and they love passing their love of Star Wars on to the next generation, and on it goes.
Hi. Hello.
Ryan.
Nice to meet you, Ryan.
Good to meet you.
First of all, สวัสดีค่ะ
Swaliha.
สวัสดีค่ะ
Swaliha.
I'm Aim from True Visions from Box Office from Thailand.
Oh, great. May I take your picture?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, cool pose. All right.
So the first question, how do you feel when Lucasfilm asked you to script the film as well as direct Star Wars The Last Jedi?
I was blown away and very surprised. I've been a Star Wars fan since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
I never thought I would ever get to work on one.
Yeah.
But the fact that they wanted me to write it as well, that was very exciting to me
Yeah.
because it meant I could figure out what story I wanted to tell and I could make it personal, which I think all these movies have to be personal.
Yeah.
So it was really exciting, and I've had the time of my life.
สวัสดีค่ะ
Oh.
I'm Aim from True Visions from Box Office from Thailand. I'm not sure whether you know our country or not, but we have so many fans in our country. But this question directly to your fans because I didn't get a chance to interview you during The Force Awakens. Are you a big fans of Star Wars?
Yes, very much so. I was just saying it was a part of my youth, my childhood. My father had a stormtrooper helmet that he would put on and chase my sister and I around the house until we wet ourselves, basically. And then I had toys growing up, you know. I don't remember the first time I saw those movies, but I just kind of always remember them being around.
So as a fan of Star Wars, who is your favorite Star Wars character?
Darth Vader.
Oh, you're the dangerous man. You're the dark side, right?
Yeah, I tend to look at the, glass half empty.
And how do you feel taking the role of Kylo Ren?
I was excited and anxious about it. I wanted to think about it for a little bit. The scale of it was something I'd never worked on before, and I was nervous about getting on set and not having any ideas, But I remember I had a conversation with Kathy where she said, "Yeah, you're going to be surrounded by people who are at the top of their games. It'll be impossible to not have a thought about what you can contribute, basically." And so I just kind of, and plus there was no script to read at the time, so you kind of had to agree to it before they would give you a script. But I was more anxious, but excited. It wasn't really one thing.
And this time, Luke Skywalker is back. He's like the legend. Are you excited that he's now back in the film?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Him walking around, base camp or.
It seemed unreal, right?
Yeah, it's surreal. So many parts of this job, you find yourself in surreal, circumstances. And this is definitely one of them.
So looking at the storyline of The Last Jedi, you have to link back between the first trilogy with the third one, right? Was it hard to connect them as the time different, the time period?
Well, I mean, the job of it really was to pick up from where The Force Awakens left off. So all the characters were left in a certain place. It was my job to say, where do they go next? What happens next with them? And it was my job as the middle chapter to really challenge each of the characters and to see what makes them tick. Throw really hard things at them and see how they handle it. And then hopefully at the end we leave it in a place where people are really going to want to know what happens to them in the last chapter. But hopefully they've always also had a very satisfying experience just watching this film.
And as you have mentioned, you've been a Star Wars fan since you're very young. Who's your favorite Star Wars character?
Luke. Luke
Of
is
course,
my man.
Luke, right?
Well, I grew up as a little kid. He was my hero, and he was the kid in the middle of nowhere who got to go and have this amazing adventure. And every kid, that's what they want,
And as you mentioned, with Luke Skywalker, you're the one who get to decide where he's been away, right? His journey, like 30 years. How do you feel that you're the one who get to decide the journey?
Oh, I try not to think about it. I would get too scared and I would lock up. I just try and keep my head down and say, okay, at the end of Force Awakens he was doing this, so what makes sense next? And I just take it step by step.
As you have mentioned about the main character, Rey, you think it's because of the feminism around the world that made this female character stands out in the film?
Well, to be completely fair, Princess Leia was effortless feminism. She wasn't exactly a shrinking violet or a damsel in distress. She said, you call this a plan? Give me that gun. She took over her own rescue, which I thought was fantastic. I mean, before Sigourney Weaver in Alien, before Linda Hamilton in Terminator. So this is a continuation of strong female characters. And it's about time. I wish more women would take over in real life in government because, look, my mom ran the household when my dad went to work. She was the one that really kept the trains running on time in our household. So men haven't done the greatest job. Well, it's about time we give women a chance to run the show, I think.
And what was it like working with young generation director Ryan and also with Daisy?
Well, it's wonderful. I mean, they both are great in their own ways. Ryan is a wonderful storyteller and wonderful filmmaker, but he's also so personable, such a nice person. I never heard him raise his voice. I never heard him curse. I never heard him, humiliate another person. He's too good to be true. I worked with some directors that would terrorize you. So he was so easy to work with, and I bonded very quickly with him. And Daisy, she's sort of my daughter's age. I sort of relate to her in that way. Not that I'm trying to, and everyone says, oh, is that a spoiler? Is she Luke's daughter? That's not what I mean. But she's delightful, and I enjoy working with her. She comes to the work prepared, and she doesn't agonize over backstory and motivation. She just comes and gets it done.
And what was it like working with Mark Hamill, the Luke Skywalker?
Mark is an amazing guy. He's a really incredible actor, and he is so good in this movie. For me, it was strange because I grew up with him as my hero, so I would be sitting talking to him, and in the back of my head, the voice would be saying, "It's Luke Skywalker, you're talking to Luke." But he's so friendly, he's so cool. Immediately, we became friends, and we had a really good working relationship.
And now the movie is like finally out. Does it turn out the way you expect it to be?
I'm very proud of it. I mean, making a movie is always a journey, and you always discover things and you collaborate. But yeah, it's definitely the movie that I set out to make. I'm at this point just really excited for fans to get to see it.
So finally, can you shout out to the Thai fans
Sure.
and say greeting in Thai is สวัสดีครับ It's like a hello in Thai.
Hello, Thai Star Wars fans. Sawadee krap. My name is Rian Johnson. I wrote and directed The Last Jedi, and I hope you will come see it when it's in theaters the 14th of December. May the Force be with you.
Jedi Krop. Come out and see The Last Jedi. You don't have to come to, where are we, Japan? I hope you enjoy it.
Swati Krap. Please come to see The Last Jedi when it comes to the theaters December 14th. And may the Force be with you.